Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some Boros humans. The main focus of the deck is obviously be super aggressive. Now why not mono white? Well, we wanted to add a little bit of red to take advantage of some of the new cards and use them to the best of their ability, and we have things like Caverns Souls and Plaza that make it super easy because they're both legendary, so we could play them for pretty much free. The only other spicy card really outside of mono white humans that you'll see is the Ixalan, as it has reverse explore in terms of putting creatures into your hand if they're on the top in 3 mana or less. So this actually draws anything in our top of our deck if it's a creature. And then we're playing Warden in the Inner Sky, which we can actually see it get a lot of value. I know tapping 3 creatures is a ton, but you'll see during the game how useful it actually can be in a lot of spots. That's why we're really heavy on the 1-drops in this deck. Outside of that, we're just going to go ahead and hop into the games, and if you enjoy, please be sure to subscribe. I truly appreciate it, and let's just get out there. Yeah, I think this seems reasonable. So we'll definitely keep. We have 3 1-drops into our removal into a nice spell here. So, sure. I mean, can't argue with this. If you want to get under like an opponent's removal, I think this is the way to do it. Which one to play first, however, is a good question. Let's make it Hopeful Initiate, I guess. Make it the goodest of boys. Look at him. Well, we get to prove the theory almost right away. Could play Get Lost, but there's no way we're doing that. Not right now, anyway. Then we won't attack because we have better attacks next turn. This will be out of range of the recruitment officer's trade off. And we also will have a Get Lost. Essentially, shoot down something important. Can't answer Thalia. Oh, no. It is not mono white. It's green, white, probably Naya, if I had to take an actual guess. We know what we're hitting with a Get Lost here. It's an instant speed spell, so. See. Are you attacking? I was gonna say, there's like no way you're attacking, right? Human is the call. The move to combat. Main thing we want to see is them try to trade the recruitment officer here. The initiate. That'd be the only block. You get it? Please submit. I still have another human. That's all. That's all one. Let's pop this. Now, Hopeful Initiate will not die. This will get removed, and then we'll play Word to the Inner Sky. Call it a good thing. They say good game. I don't know what that means. Okay. Game, I guess. No, I never trust it, bro. They say good game, and then we play for 20 more minutes. All right, putting us first. We have 1, 2, 3 drops, so I think we just keep. This guy's really cool. Might slot it in, but if it's mono blue, we're definitely looking for a cavern here. That is not a legendary human. Dang it. Every time I see Plaza, I'm like, yeah, this always will be fine. And I'm just, it's not fine. It's never fine. Thalia, we'll try to slot it in. Most likely we'll get hit with a Make Disappear here. Or out of air? That's tough, dude. That is tough. Guess that's not really what I wanted. Right? Down? We want to be able to play a Warden. That I didn't play on turn 1. I'm big goofy head goof. Play Warden. Duo. Dynamic. Sure. Definitely not attacking here. I think it's loot, right? Yeah. Interesting. In a world full of Caverns Souls, this person's like, yeah, let me queue up control. Attempt this guy while we have mana from Make Disappear. Obviously have the hard counter spells. We might see that get popped. Does great. What does that do? All abilities. Huh? Combat? Huh? We'll discard one of the wardens. A counter. Initiate is the hit. Throw it up. This is still... No, it's black now. So this only makes black mana. Huh. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. A little weird to think about. As something... And all abilities, and is a black skeleton creature, therefore is no longer a legendary white creature. Therefore, my plaza does not make a white mana for me to play the warden. If you're curious. Spyglass come in. What will you do? Hopefully pop this and miss the land. That'd be great. That's a missed land. That means old Adeline is coming in. It's up to buff. Let's move to combat here. What will we get? We get something bounced here. Assume Fading Hope's like the choice. The March. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna attack with this because there's not really a reason not to. Is there a reason not to? We're blocking here. We make that 1/1. I play this and I tap my 3 creatures down. Sure. To make sure I could tap, like, does it count lands as just artifact and creatures? Yeah, it's just artifact and creatures. So play Warden, activate Warden. Scry, Adeline can go to the bottom. Adeline's good, of course, but have one in play that they currently have to answer, and even if they answer it, it's not so plain and simple what the deal is. Also, 2 of my creatures are phased out, so they have protection, like a overwhelming board wipe or some sort. That's fine with me. It takes the most mana. They're, I would assume, hoping to counterspell it. But if it just, it's just sticking on the board is just good. Right to the bottom. Will Malcolm attack? Clarion Terror, sure. A double attack, I would assume, thinking I'm not going to swing, but I'm swinging. Sure. No mana available left, so we play Adeline. Move to combat. We'll discard this to this ability. I'm attacking out. Do I discard? Sure. Because I think playing this and just like guarantee that I have a blocker is actually better. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I don't have lethal anyway, but I'm hopeful. Now we're sitting, waiting. Malcolm, they're gonna cast Flow of Knowledge, I would imagine. There are 4 more course counters on it. You may cast the discarded card. It has to be the discard. You have to work it to where the discarded card's the one that gets cast. That's kind of wild. They're gonna cast Thirst for free, draw 3, then discard 2 unless it's a basic land, but they're not really gonna want to discard it unless they just drew 3 basics, which that kind of seems like the play by now. Clarion Terror, sure. Is it another Clarion Terror? No. Okay. Short target artifact or enchantment. No, 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 and no. So it is pretty cut and dry. We're getting in there, I think. Come on, Mono Blue. Figure it out. March me. Got it. Only a sorcery. What a cringe ability, by the way. No. Attack with this because that has vigilance and it trades. So do that. Block one, we trade off the creature. Just chump block for now. Trading. Chump block's even better for us. Great. I understand keeping these around, but I'm definitely going to block if I have the chance. Alright. Siren coming in. What will you discard? Another thirst, sure. Odygen. Well, that's a good draw. Might make everything fine. Got no interaction there. The whole team's getting shipped in. There's no way I'm not. We'll definitely activate this ability. We'll trigger, put a 1/1 counter on another thing, go about as wide as I possibly can. We have 3 blocks. Obviously, that's blocked. The 4 is blocked, and a 3 is blocked. And then we have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 getting through. Maybe more than that, unless they, of course, have a spell. But get there anyway. I hope for everybody the days of Mono Blue are just gone, because my lord, do I hate playing against Mono Blue. Honestly, yeah, this hand's pretty sweet. I like this hand. I think we're about to potentially see how valuable this card has been in addition to this deck. So we play this, play him on human. We throw out the initiate, uncounterable, of course. What do you have for us, opponent? Green. Okay, maybe domain. Play this guy. Now we attack. And we bend the second one. Just to put a counter. We'll lose this card, of course. But I think getting the counter and moving forward is better. Zuza, sure. Find land? No. Do buff here. We do attack. I think this time, I think we can let the initiate go. Put a counter here. Gonjo is a find, and Gonjo's a nice play here. We were really hoping to find a land, but green white. What do we have here? They're in threatening of lethal already, pretty much. A land off the top and they die, or wait, they just die here anyway, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So close. Right? And I don't want to get sunfalled, so that's the problem. Counter, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Am I short by 1? My brain can't do the math. I mean, I'm going for it. It is what it is. So trigger here. Yeah, 5, 10. Yes. Okay. I kept thinking I had it. I just couldn't figure out the math in my brain. I was like, what am I missing? I'm missing a counter somewhere. I think I kept missing the counting of this counter. So I was like, I'm going to buff my whole team by 1. So that's 3. And then like whatever, as you saw, just my brain operation is not functioning. What is this hand, bro? Oh my. I like having Thalia, but I don't think this much. No red. I mean, I think we have to mull that. I don't think that's reasonable to keep. We keep, and then we probably toss and get lost. Human. Let them know what we're about right away. And we'll play a Foundry. Actually, we're playing Gonjo, just in case we need to play this get lost. There's a Plains. It's a tough day. It's a tough day. We just hold here, or do I just attack? Will they trade? I think the answer is normally no, but I would trade if I'm in their shoes. If I know I'm against like humans, I'm attacking with a 2/1. If I could use my 1/1 to trade it off. Yep. Oh, attack. Maybe they won't. Who knows? All right, Adeline's pretty sweet here. I don't want to play. I think getting this started earlier is better, so get it all fired up. Our 2/1's getting traded. No, they really prioritize keeping this veteran. Okay. I get it, like, because your idea is that it's going to gain you more life than what the damage is going to be coming through at, especially when you have the Resplendent Angel coming down. But not that big of a fan of the idea. Adeline. Attack and attack here. This counts itself, so it'll go up to 3. No point in attacking with the recruitment officer to get it traded off for free. All right, we're wide. Welcome. Do you have an answer for Adeline? If you do, I have another one. So we see kind of the power. I truly want to know, what do you guys and gals think is better to play on turn 3? Is it this and get the counter started on it? Or is it Adeline? Or does it change based on what we played earlier? So for example, if we had the guy that puts more counters on things when you attack and declare attackers, because then this is an attack trigger, that's an attack trigger. So you can stack it to put a counter on this first. I got double strikes with that thing. Relax, brother. I didn't like that at all, actually. I mean, up. Everything's getting shipped in. I mean, I think, right? In case they have another double striker, we can Adeline's held back. We're fine. Get in there. Everything's fine. These ones. I'm wide. Then we get double block here, and then we get hit with the populate or something. You know, say down to 3. All right, you got it. Could you imagine if Meat Hook Massacre was still legal? My lord. Or Sunfall. Although Jello Angels normally doesn't play it, but I could see them playing it. There's Gix, and each opponent sacrifices a creature with the highest power. Destroy all. Okay, sweet. What a weird way that worked. Because the top part resolves first, but does not matter. Bring up, combat, attack. Now we have Exactsies both ways. Block that, you take 3. It's a tough day. It's a hard look, but if you're unsure, because I know some people that watch me have told me specifically that they don't know why a certain thing happened. So Gix command, it works like a lot of other spells. When you see a spell with the descending order, the way it resolves is it goes from the top to the bottom. So the top part of it will resolve first, and if a condition later is met by that ability resolving up top, it'll actually happen that way. So if you remember, our Adeline by far had the highest power among everything. And it says each opponent sacrifices a creature with the highest power among creatures. And at the time of casting, Adeline did have the highest power. But because we had to destroy each creature with power 2 or less, Adeline's power actually dropped underneath another creature. And as this resolves into descending order, then each opponent sacrifices triggers, and then we lose our other one instead. So Adeline actually sticks around, which helped them actually, because this card would have been much worse for them if it had stuck around, because it would have made 5 1/1s and they would not have been able to answer it. So, it's what it is. We go first. I do not think that this hand is keepable, so we'll throw it back. That was a little rogue for sure. I think we keep and then we just throw the 1-drop back. Obviously 3 lands seems like whatever, but I think keeping it's a little bit better here. So let's play the plains. We'll play Cavern, make sure Athalia is uncounterable. Main. Oh yeah. Now we'll make spells really awkward for the mono red or Boros player, apparently. Play the copper. And we'll attack. We'll hit for 3, and then we have another copper. But if we do draw a bigger 3-drop, we might play it instead. Reckless Impulse. Apparently, we won't play anything else. If you are unsure why, if you look over at their exile pile there, you can do the math. Mama. We do have basically a replacement here. Get lost. Sure. Play Thalia, and we'll play another Copper Code, I guess. Get lost is more expensive. How dare it? The exile is just destroy. Haha, yes. Just like that, boys. We're dying. Alright. Don't you worry. I have the barreler himself. The recruitment officer. They don't remove it. We have plays. Ironcrag, sure. So this is Ramp Boros, by the way. This is where they try to get to their bigger spells and ramp away. Sure. That happens. This is just the plains one. They already played land for turn. They have 1 mana, so we'll activate. What do we find? A good creature. Does it die to Brotherhood in? Absolutely. Let's get it down. They play big enough creature that I need to hold this Get Lost, or do I play it? I think I have to hold the Get Lost. Let's get that in. Pop. I guess I could have played it. I just should not have triggered it. Whatever. It's fine. Hopefully they don't have another Brotherhood in. Ah, yes. The Sunfall. Do this for very clean, specific reasons. This is not big and that big, and then we make map tokens for itself. One of the few times you'll see us wipe our own stuff out. However, if they could stop playing board wipes, that would be sick. I understand you hate the humans decks, but stop it. Stop it right now. Okay. My bad, dog. I'm sorry for queuing up against you. Like, my bad. I will go home and I'll know my place. I'm sorry. So this is one of the weird hands. I'm also going first a ton, and I don't know why, but it's one of the weird hands where we keep because the upside's so good. We just need 1 land, and we do have like decent plays here. Start off with the Initiate, and we'll play Thalia. Thalia triggers the Initiate, which is why we do that. All right. Listen, I understand. But like, I need to hit the land, or we're in danger. Or what if I don't hit the land and I just draw the 3 drops instead? It's a combo deck. So we do get a little weird. We are a Stomper. Oh boy. I can't wait to get Sunfalled. It's my favorite pastime. I love being Sunfalled. Hey, we did find a land though. Is it to play Adeline or is it to play? Well, Adeline will trade, but I think the same rule applies where I'd much rather get this counting up before I would like to do anything else. If I attack out or do I use this as a blocker for Stomper? I think that's what I do. Not gonna want to block with this. Maybe Adeline's technically better because if they don't play Invasion here, Sun falls offline. Would have thought. And I'm trying to win via 1,000 paper cuts. I get lost would be sick here. God, the gnomes don't get buffed. I mean, I'm barreling it, I guess. It's just short. Lock Valiant. Never mind. What if we block to 4 damage? Live at 1. Sunfall the board. Call it a day. All I'm saying, we had options. This hand has the complete opposite problem I've been having. And that now it feels like I have too many creatures in my opener. But sure. Or too many lands in my opener. Yes, I would like to take 1 damage to play it. I hate that this asks me every time. The reason I didn't play in Gonjo is because we could potentially use it as a spell. But I think we have Get Lost, so we should just pump the board while we can. We're going to buy back the damage here, hopefully. We're going to put a counter here. Scry land at the bottom. That's kind of the other thing. And what I mean by buy damage back, we could obviously have attacked for 1. But if by putting a counter on this and then attacking, this will actually grow. So we get what we want anyway. Then now we have 2 counters on things to blow up things like enchantments. It's a sorcery only. No. Come out of the way. Move it. I'm gaming here. Also against enchantments, that's pretty good. Argument could be made that we're supposed to use Get Lost, and not necessarily disagreeing with that argument, but we hit for 3 instead of 5, and then we'd have 5 this turn. Sure. Same scenario pretty much. We're gonna activate one of these. We're gonna tap it and it. I guess you tap the other one because we can actually get to damage this time. So you can see we tap 3 other things. We attack here, we get 2, and the next turn we're attacking for 5, 6, 7, and we have a Get Lost as well. Promise, sure. Audacity it. Close. We just wait. I want to wait till end step because I think they already played land, but I want to be sure of that. You out of our way. We're busy. We got plans. I think I just attack here. I hold this card actually. I think the whole plan would be to hold and activate this. Any point. I have multiple of them I can activate. Now, if they play like anything too threatening, sure, they might get this back, but I can always remove the counters and blow up other things. You don't get it back till end step, correct? Yeah, the end step. So, worst case scenario here, we just use it to pop the Spirited Companion out of the way. And then we attack again, because these right here are repeatable now because of the Warden. Search library for Aura, sure. Aura God. Audacity. If they try to Audacity the Spirited Companion, it is getting removed with the target on the stack. Yeah. We remove them from here and here. Again, the reason why is because Warden will trigger this. Because Warden will keep these like constantly going up. I have no way to get 1 to 3 power here. Then we will play. So we have lethal as well because we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then when we attack, we'll just discard whatever card at random. And then put a counter somewhere, and then it will hit for 8 exactly. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the deck a little bit. We had a couple of games ago, like kind of up and down. We never really got the value out of Kellen that we'd really want. But I do think it is good enough to be in here. Whenever you do get it in play and you start attacking and things like that, it drawing you cards slash like being able to put the lands. It's reverse of Explore, I think. Top card of the library, if it's a creature card with value 3 less, put in your hand. Yeah, this is a reverse of Explore to some extent. So it's very nice to potentially have this play in play and activated and kind of filtering our top and putting cards in our hand, especially if they're creature, because it puts every single creature into our hand. And if we're flooding, it'll bend the land. So that's great. Outside of that, we actually got to finally see Warden in a weird spot, show why it can be valuable. That's why we're playing so many 1-drops, because we want to put a counter on this. But you saw where we had a Warden. I think we had 2 Wardens and a Hopeful Initiate. Well, we just tapped everything, put a counter on the Warden, so the Hopeful Initiate would trigger, and then we don't actually lose any damage there if we don't lose any creatures, which is kind of the gamble you have to take sometimes. So we don't lose the damage because this will get the counter back from the damage it would have done instead. But also we put a counter on something else, so we actually gain a little tempo there. And we're looking pretty solid. But you also saw at the very end when we had 2 Hopeful Initiates that would get a counter because our Warden got a counter on it for free. The Warden attacked, putting counters on these next turn, and then against enchantments it just felt unlosable because they had to deal with these, but as soon as they play ossification and target it, we just blow it up, so our creature would go nowhere. Outside of that, we have the nice solid things in the middle. Get Lost is a good enough spell that we need. We just need the best removal at 2 mana because we're trying to close the game early. We don't care about the repercussions of giving them 2 map tokens, as most likely they will never get to use them, and if they are using them, it's either 1, complete desperation, because they have to do it at sorcery speed and they're using their mana on their turn to kind of do whatever, or 2, they're so far ahead that we should have left anyway. So there's a couple things where it would be fine. Obviously, Vanguard has proven itself over the time that it's just really good, giving ward. Dahlia is obviously incredible. And then NT here, I think that's how you say it, has proven to be really good. I kind of misplayed with it a little bit. I was kind of just like the first time I discarded, I was like, oh yeah, this is only here till end of turn. So I like basically discarded a card for a counter for seemingly no reason. So I definitely made a little bit of mistakes with this card. And it definitely falls in that category of being better when you have full mana available. But a lot of times this deck doesn't really want you to have full mana available because you want to be playing your top end, which is what we will move to now. And Adeline, which we all know is good. And then card. But I don't know how to say it. I know there's a sheet that tells people how to pronounce everything, but I have not seen it. So, but this card's also sweet. I like it a lot. I think it's really cool. I don't know. Still, I think it's better most times to play this before you play out of line. But I could definitely see the opposite being true because out of line will get so big so fast. It's just an out of line attack. Like if you play out of line first and then just an out of line attack will trigger this and this, which then grows it by 2. And you played this, so it's a minimum of 4/4 if you just play this after. If your board got wiped earlier or something. Other than that, the deck's cool. I like it. I like it better than probably just straight up mono white because I feel like you are kind of drawing a little bit more. You have a little bit more action that you're doing. And I like the little kind of value plays that you can make with Hopeful Initiate and Warden. And then some other things as well. Because Warden is actually... Because 3 seems like a crazy amount. But the amount of times like you're playing humans and you don't commit any more to the board because you don't want to get board wiped. And if you do, you want to be able to reload immediately. The amount of times like I reloaded and I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll put a counter on Warden because it's just like Warden, Hopeful Initiate, Dahlia. And I just put a counter on Warden. All these are tapped. And the next turn I'm attacking for 6. So it's very nice because 2 and 2, this will get a counter. And then if worst case scenario, I'll activate Hopeful Initiate and blow up an enchantment at that point. So it was very nice. I liked the deck a lot, and I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you around in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.